Objective 4, strides taken to develop a prototype. Yvette and the team of distributors have been funding this work out of sales and volunteer time. And as we want to keep funding out of sales, we've launched corporate logo soaps. To date, we've had a few interests, and we'd love more corporates to support this project. Currently, Yvette is busy making a soap for GEN, demonstrating that the values that goes into making it are the same values that define our education model.
So maybe just to talk a little bit about the soap. As I said, we want looking at entrepreneurship education that looks like permaculture. So all the same values that go into making our beautiful soap is what's going to be making our entrepreneurship education. Right now I'm working with natural colors. This is indigo that I'm putting on. Indigo, as you know, is one of the most ancient African colors. There are finds of indigo dating back about 6,000 years. So what inspired me for this theme was the motto of GEN Africa, infinite possibilities. Sorry, now let me get that right. Endless possibilities. And that's what I'm trying to do with the soap.
Now, Yvette, we have a number of people who ask us how soap is made, thinking we just throw a few bits of pieces together and out comes the soap. Please tell us how long it takes for soap to dry and what the process is once you've made the soap.
Now, all these soaps are made from natural ingredients. We buy African as much as we possibly can. So, for instance, our red palm oil that makes this orange color, it's from Nigeria. Indigo obviously is West African. Coconut oil is from Mozambique. Olive oil is from the Western Cape. So we do try and support, but obviously, you know, for me, knowing your identity and feeling secure in it is also a way to allow you to reach out. So we've got a natto seed from Hawaii, for instance. It's a tropical. Let me see. The yellow here. That yellow is a natto seed, for instance. And so everything we do, it has that identity. It begins from indigenous knowledge systems, but it opens up and it welcomes the world into it. Let me just see if I got this one right. The soaps take, well, they take a few hours to make. They take about 4 to 6 weeks to dry. And even once we've dried them, then they get polished up and they get hand wrapped. So every step of the soap production process, I think, symbolizes what we're trying to do with our education. It is individual, it is unique, every bar is different, but every bar has stamina. It will last and last and last.
And what's the best way to store soaps to retain the colors?
Because we use only natural colors, it's actually best to store them in the dark. One of the reasons why we have to have our own distribution network, look, these are natural ingredients. The sun will degrade the colors. So you need to actually store them in the dark. You can't just put them on a shop shelf and expect them to fit into that system. The system has to come to you. So what we normally ask our distributors to do is have one display bar of soap and rotate it weekly, and then to keep the other bars in a dark place and only take it out when it's actually going to be used. So that's a bit of a different approach to soap. But Just think, it's carbon neutral. All of this is made using renewable energy. As much as possible, we buy from agroecological farmers. If people want certified organic, they can get certified organic. If they can't afford certified organic, we give them wild harvested, or we give them natural. So when you think of all the trouble that goes into making the soap, I don't see why it should be an issue to also put a little bit of trouble into storing and distributing it in a way that it fulfills its potential. A lot of our customers, because we're only using natural essential oils, will actually keep the soap in the cupboard, and they will use it to scent their clothes and only take it out when they need it. Okay, all done. This is the passion and commitment that will go into our corporate logo soaps, that will go into our entrepreneurship education. We will post a final picture in 4 weeks' time when these soaps are ready. But there you are. This is what Queen Life's got to offer you. This is the kind of image that your company can promote.